welcome back. I'm Allison. This is Wonder Crochet. I thought it would be fun to go over some of my recent crochet favorites. I haven't done a video like this in several months, and there's always new yarns and books and patterns coming out. So I wanted to go over what some of my favorites have been lately, because especially as of late, there have been so many new yarns. So I'm really excited to talk about that. But I want to go over a yarn, pattern, some crochet tools, books, and then just fun accessories that I like to have in my craft space. So if you're brand new here and brand new to crochet and you'd like to learn how to make cute plushies like all of these, I have a full online course that I'll link in the description. It teaches you from the very beginning how to crochet and how to crochet well. So I haven't posted in several weeks, and thank you so much to everyone who reached out to check on me, see if I was okay. I was dealing with some health issues, which definitely hasn't been fun, but I'm just happy to be back and having enough energy to film, and I'm just very grateful for that. Let's jump into my recent crochet favorites. I figured we would start with the yarn first, and I have 4 different types of yarn that I've just been really loving lately. And the first one is a brand new yarn, and it's Premier Gumdrop yarn. You know how I feel about Premier Parfait Chunky. It's my favorite yarn. I use it for almost everything. And Premier just came out with this new line, and it is a size 6 chenille yarn, but it's self-striping, and it just comes in such pretty colors that really do look like candy. Now, I will say that this is a bit thicker than Parfait Chunky, so this is more of like a Sweet Snuggles light, if you know your chenille yarns. So it's still a size 6, but it is just a little bit thicker, and I don't know how well you can see that. And it does come in several different colorways, and Premier was kind enough to send me some of them. This one is called Sweet Pea, and it's my favorite because you know how much I love pastel yarns. But I also have 4 different colors. This one is also very pretty. Reminds me of a lollipop. Popsicle. And the yarn almost has like a retro vibe to it as well, because it's almost speckled with white. So the colors aren't like solid colors. This one is Sunshine. This would be really pretty for an Easter pattern. This one would also be very pretty for an Easter pattern. Cherry Limeade. I like that one a lot. Oh, you know what? A dragon would look really pretty in this. So if you have any suggestions for things that I should make with this yarn, please let me know. And then Blueberry. So the yarn is super soft, and if you like these fluffier yarns, I think you should definitely check it out. And again, everything that I talk about, I'm going to link in the description. The next yarn that I've really been loving is velvet yarn, and this is specifically like size 5 bulky velvet yarn. I'll link Premier's Retro Velvet, but you can also get, what's this one, Bernat Velvet. There's a lot of different velvet yarns, but those 2 are definitely my favorites. Now this is quite smaller than like a Parfait Chunky. This is a size 5 yarn, and I like to use like a 4mm hook with this. Obviously personal preference, but I just love how soft and smooth the yarn is. I feel like it just glides so well on my hook. And let me show you something that I made with it. I made this cute little pink velvet squirrel, and I made this for Valentine's Day, which is actually perfect because that's today. But I used my squirrel pattern that you can find in my shop. But I just love how the velvet yarn looks. I've been using velvet for just a couple months now, but the more I use it, the more I love it. So almost every new pattern that I design now, I make one in velvet yarn, and I'll show you the size difference too. So this is the same pattern. I used Parfait Chunky for this one and a 5mm hook, and I used the Retro Velvet for this one and a 4mm hook. So as you can see, it's quite smaller, but still a decent size. So velvet yarn, big fan. The next yarn that I've really been enjoying, and I already did a whole review video on this, so I'll link that in the description if you haven't watched it yet, but it is Big Twist Posh, and this is from Joanne. So if you really want an in-depth review, and I even crochet something with it to show how it works up, definitely check out that video. But I really enjoy this yarn. I know that it's become very popular in the amigurumi world. There's only, I think, 15 different colors of it, which is pretty decent to start. I'm hoping that they come out with more colors, specifically like more neutrals and different color browns. Right now they only have like 1 option for a skin tone color, and I think it would be really nice to see a wide variety of those. But this is a size 5 bulky yarn. When they marketed it, they said that it was a size 6 super bulky, and I even contacted Joanne to ask them if it was a 5 or a 6. The customer service said that it was a 6, but they actually updated it and it is a 5. So you'll definitely want to use a smaller hook for this one. It's less fluffy than the typical chenille yarns, and it also sheds a lot less, which is a great trait to have, but looks really cute with amigurumi, so definitely check out this yarn. And the next yarn that I'm really excited about, and I actually don't have it yet, so I can't give you like a full review on it, but I've seen so many creations and they just look so soft and cute. But it's the Premier Little Bunny yarn, but this yarn is just really fluffy and it gives creations just like the softest look. I can imagine that it may be a bit difficult to work with, but as soon as my order comes in, I'm going to try it out. Maybe in my next video I'll give an update on it to see how it is to work with, but I just think that creations made with it looks so cute. And really fluffy yarns are definitely in right now. I've seen so many people making like the sleepy dragons with yarns like this. So if you like working with those types of yarns and you like that look, definitely check out Little Bunny. So those are the yarns that I've been most excited about lately. So now let's move on to crochet patterns. And there have been so many cute crochet patterns. It was honestly hard for me to narrow this down because there's just so many fun ones to pick from. I'll start out first with a pattern of mine and I'll get the self promo out of the way, but I can't be a pattern designer without talking about my own patterns. So my newest pattern is this little monkey pattern, and I love how he turned out. He's got the little curly tail and he is low sew. So the only thing that you have to sew is the head to the body. So I made everything else no sew because I know people really like no sew patterns, but this one was really fun to design. So if you're watching this on Valentine's Day, then the pattern will be out on Friday, so in just 2 days. And it'll include a few video tutorials as well for some of the more difficult parts. So if you don't know how to attach no sew pieces, I include a tutorial on that, as well as how to do stuff like make the little hair on top. So this is the first pattern that I've designed in almost a month, which has been hard for me because normally I like to design a few patterns a month, but like I said, I was kind of out of commission. So I'm very excited about this one. I hope you all love it. I also include a little banana pattern for it as well, because you can't have a little monkey without a banana. And I made a purple monkey too. I'm working on a pink velvet monkey right now, so I'm really excited about that. I also include a little bow pattern. I'll insert a picture so you can add a bow to the monkey, or if you want to add like a bow tie to it. I think it just adds some cute detail to it. So the first pattern, my monkey pattern, it will be out on Friday. The next pattern that I just love, and I know a lot of you love it too because it went viral, and it is this chicken laying an egg pattern, which is so creative. I love patterns that have like little surprises like that. I feel like I need to design more that have little fun elements like that, but this is by Atomic Crochet, and it's just this cute chicken that has a compartment on the bottom with a little egg that has a little chick in it. So fun, so creative, and I know that there are mods for it as well. I believe there's a duck mod, but I feel like the possibilities for this are kind of endless. So I of course had to get this pattern. I'll do a video soon updating you on what I've been crocheting lately. I'll definitely show you the finished product of the chicken laying an egg. But check out this pattern, check out this talented designer. I'm a big fan. This next pattern actually hasn't come out yet, but I believe there's a tester call open for it if you want to check it out. This is by Garden Hoe Crochet, and it's these adorable fruit snails. Once again, really creative. I love any amigurumi pattern that incorporates fruit. Like when the strawberry cow was trending and everyone is making strawberry cows. I love that. I think it's so cute. But these snails are so cute. So the back shell of it is a different fruit, and there's so many different ones, and she just keeps coming out with more. So I'll be getting this pattern as soon as it drops and making as many fruit snails as I can. This is another one that I feel like would be a fun little Easter gift. If you do Easter baskets or spring markets, anything like that, I think that these would sell really well and would do well at farmers markets too. So if this is the year that I finally do what I've been saying and do a market, I'll definitely have a big selection of fruit snails because I feel like these would be bestsellers. And the last crochet pattern that I'm a big fan of, and it's very appropriate for today, Valentine's Day. It's these adorable Valentines Day Turtles by Crochet by Jenna. I'm a big fan of Jenna's. She has a YouTube channel too. I'm sure a lot of you already watch her videos like I do, but she's kind of like the turtle queen. She has so many cute turtle patterns patterns, and I think that these are my favorite. I'm a big fan of Valentine's Day, and these are just so cute and creative. The big bow on the back and the big heart on the back. And honestly, bows are such a trend right now that you could make these all year round. It doesn't necessarily have to be a Valentine's Day theme. I feel like these would be bestsellers all year round. So this is another work in progress that I have. I'm making one of the turtles with the bow on the back, so I can't wait to show you that. Check out Jenna, check out her awesome patterns, and check out the other two pattern creators that I mentioned as well, and give them some love. Those were some of my recent favorite patterns. Now let's move on to Crochet Tools. And I can't remember if I've shown you this yet. I know I definitely posted it on my shorts, but I don't think I've shown it in a full-length video. Let me know if I'm wrong. But it's this custom crochet hook. A little Alice in Wonderland. She has a cup of tea, because you know I'm always drinking tea. Mushrooms and flowers on the side, because you know I love those things. But this is by Rasmussen Resin. I feel like I did mention her in another video, but she does these custom crochet hooks using polymer clay. She's so talented. Like, look at that. It's amazing. It's honestly just so perfect. I just love having her on display in the craft room. So if you want a custom crochet hook, definitely check her out. Recent favorite. This next crochet tool that is a recent favorite is a pretty basic one, but I'll explain why I'm mentioning it. And it's safety eyes. And I know what you're thinking. Haven't you always used safety eyes? Yes, kind of. So when I started crocheting, I started out with safety eyes, and then I moved on to felt eyes. So you can see on all my animal backpacks, which are some of my older creations, I have all felt eyes on there, but I made the switch back to safety eyes and started designing all my patterns with safety eyes. And it was one of the best decisions that I made, just because safety eyes are just a little bit easier for people to find than felt eyes are. Because if you don't have a Cricut, or if you aren't able to buy felt eyes, then it can be a little bit difficult to make a pattern that has them. So I made the switch back to safety eyes, and why I'm mentioning this is how many different options there are for safety eyes. And I want to talk about a few of my favorite sizes too. So these are 12mm safety eyes, and I would use those on something like the squirrel. I also use 14mm eyes, so I would use those on like the monkey, and then 16mm, which is a size up that I'll use on like the turtle. So 12, 14, and 16 are the sizes that I use most often, and I get that question a lot, is what size safety eyes should I buy? Personally, for my patterns, I use 12 to 16 for almost everything. Unless I'm making it jumbo, then I'll use like 30mm eyes. But there are so many different options. You don't have to just use plain safety eyes. They make these gorgeous sparkly safety eyes. And these ones, you can change the backs of them. They come with several different colors of these sparkly rings, and you can just place them on the back. And they honestly look so pretty. If I'm making some type of sea life, like squid, fish, I made a puffer fish, I found that the sparkle safety eyes look the best with those. But really, you can use them for anything. I'm working on designing a new sea life pattern, so the sparkle eyes are going to be perfect for that. Shh, don't tell. No, I don't care. So recent crochet favorites are fun safety eyes. It's really that simple. But if you are a fan of felt eyes and faces, I know that they've become really popular, and they can add so much detail to a plush. So for my next crochet favorite, I did want to include felt faces. And specifically, I wanted to shout out Sweet Brie Creations, because she makes gorgeous felt faces, and she made like these felt eyes for me. I got to make this cute koala for a really fun collab that I got to do. So if you want to check that out, it's over on my Instagram. But the felt eyes just make the plush, honestly. So if you're making a character plush, I think felt eyes are the way to go, because it's just so much detail that you can't capture with safety eyes. But I wanted to show you a few more of the eyes that she sent me. These cute sparkly white and silver, and these ones would be perfect for Valentine's Day. They have little hearts on them. And then these ones with snowflakes, which would look really cute on something like a penguin. And then there's these blue ones too. So as you can see, there's huge varieties, and especially if you are making a character amigurumi, felt eyes honestly just make it. So check out all the felt eyes that Brie makes. I know there's so many talented creators who make felt faces, so definitely check them out on Etsy, especially if you're looking for something for a specific project. My next favorite crochet tool, and honestly one that I can't really live without now that I have it, is amigurumi stitch sticks, they're called, and these are from Dandelion Tonic. She makes these sticks that are used to help you sew pieces together when you're making amigurumi, and they're game-changing. Honestly, they make sewing so much easier. I know a lot of people are sewing adverse, but when you have a tool like this, it's not a big deal. So for example, my monkey pattern, you have to sew the head to the body. So before I would sew it on, I would place the head on, and then I would put the sticks in to hold the head in place. And it holds the pieces in place so well that when you're sewing it on, it doesn't move around, and then the head is sewn on straight. And I did use these to actually sew it on. So if you struggle with sewing amigurumi pieces together and you don't already use these, definitely check it out. You could also use knitting needles, but you know, I love anything to be cute and custom. And she also does fun character ones and fun character crochet hooks as well with Disney Doorables, which are like tiny cute little toy Disney characters, and they go on the top here. So I'm definitely going to order some more because you know I love custom crochet tools. So amigurumi stitch sticks, one of my recent crochet favorites. Now let's move on to crochet books, specifically amigurumi books. The first one is by my friend Crafting in Glory, Cuddly Crochet Plushies. And I actually had the pleasure of reviewing this book several months ago when it was still in production. So I've been excited about this coming out for quite a while. Glory's plushies are just so cute and soft, and her patterns are really well written. She's actually one of the first crochet artists that I bought patterns from, and they have such a unique style, which is always so fun to see. But there's so many cute and fun animal patterns in here. So this book actually is not out yet, but it is available for pre-order, and I believe that they start to ship out next week. So this is the perfect time to order it. You can pre-order it and get it this month. My copy's on its way too. So as soon as I get it, we'll definitely pick out something fun from the book to crochet. So if you're looking for a cute new amigurumi pattern book, definitely check this one out. Another book that came out recently is the Knotted Lovies book by Mama Made Minis. And I know that this book is one of the favorites in the crochet community because the knotted lovies are just so cute and unique and make the perfect gift for any babies or kids in your life. I want to crochet one for my niece and for my nephew because I know they would love to have one and snuggle up with it. So all these patterns are really cute, really unique, and well written, of course. So definitely check this book out. So now let's move on to my last category, which are craft room accessories. These are actually some of my favorite things to talk about because I just love buying cute new stuff for my craft space. And this is always like a fun show and tell for me. So the first new thing that I got for my craft room is this cloud wrist rest. So this is for when I am typing on the computer, typing up patterns. It's nice and soft, somewhere to rest my hands. I just feel like it really goes with the vibe of the room. It's very soft and squishy, if you can see. And it comes in different colors as well, but I went with the classic white, of course. And it helps my wrist to not tire out as easily. Important to keep that up for crochet. The next new craft room item that I got, and this one is a little bit more pricey than the others, but it's this wireless keyboard. And look how pretty those keys are. I just love the colors, and if you listen, the keys are just nice and quiet, and they have just a, I don't know, I like that sound. But this is a wireless keyboard, comes with a wireless mouse. I use this with my laptop and it works really well. But honestly, I especially love the look of it. It almost looks like a latte or something like that. Really pretty earthy tones. And then continuing with the theme of the wrist rest and the keyboard, I got this laptop stand. And this is a bamboo laptop stand, and this helps mostly with posture. So I like to prop my laptop up and open it up so that I'm not like looking down all the time and hurting my neck, because if you're looking down a lot to crochet and also work on your laptop, it can cause injury. And I know I talk about posture and preventing injury in crochet all the time, but having something like a laptop stand where it props it up so you can look at things without having to look down all the time, I definitely recommend that. So get a wrist rest, support your wrists, get a laptop stand so you're not looking down all the time, and let's take care of ourselves. And then the last craft room item that has been a recent favorite, speaking of taking care of ourselves, I got this cute little coloring book. And you're like, Allison, why did you get a coloring book? Because it's nice and relaxing. It's important for us to relax, and especially if you're like me and you have turned crochet into a business, it's nice to have some other things where you can just completely take your mind off of things and wind down for the evening. So I found this cottagecore one, which you know I love, and it has 31 cozy stress relieving designs. And let me show you a few of them because they're just the cutest things. Like this one with the flowers and the duck, adorable. There's also this one with knitting and yarn and a cat. So very on brand. And then this is the last one I'll show you, but this like little cozy inside of a cottage. This is my dream house. Actually, this entire book is like my dream house. So I love coloring this for stress relief, to wind down, and it just brings me joy. Also, it was only $5.99, $5 for hours of happiness. And then once I finish this one, they have several other designs as well. And there's honestly so many really cute stress relieving coloring books that you can find on Amazon as well. So those were my recent crochet favorites. Yarn, patterns, books, fun accessories. Let me know if there's anything on this list that you really want to try or inspired you, or if there's anything that I'm missing that I should try out, any new yarns or patterns or anything else. I always love getting fun suggestions from you all. So don't forget to give me a follow on Instagram. I post all my new projects and fun over there, and I'll be posting my new pink velvet monkey over there too, if you want to see the progress on that. As always, thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you real soon.